we create a skilled and knowledgeable workforce, which is essential for attracting investment, driving economic growth, and reducing poverty. Also, innovation and entrepreneurship have been a big focus. Through education, we foster creativity and innovation, leading to the development of new types of businesses, industries, and technologies, further boosting students and excited to sponsor more. Also, another way that we can sponsor is through our time, talents, and treasures. So the financial part comes with those.
We'll take some questions from the floor. Thank you.
Difference, particularly with the youth, as Karen and Powell talked about. So, thank you for being at this workshop. It's a workshop of possibilities. It's a workshop that could lead to wonderful opportunities for all of you. And I would just like to end by saying, please remember, see the light and be the light. Thank you.
It was enriching. Thank you once more. Now, so rich, and most of the points you mentioned are also documented. So we are going to make some presentations. Thank you so much.
We want to give these books to some people who are here right now. And I'll call them out. When I call anyone out, Sister will present the book to the person. The first person that we have here is the Mother General of the Immaculate Heart of Mary Congregation, Mother NKPOR.
For us to take the anthem once more, the GodLight anthem, as we feel that to help us to dilute more what we've listened.
And in
The next person that we are giving this to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Lady Get Obengora, ably represented by Professor Jideka. You're welcome. The next person is Dr. Francis Madeke. Yes. My name is orthopedic surgeon. Our resource person, and this workshop today. Dr. Very welcome. And the next person is the one that has given us some food for thought, especially in agric. It's in agric and what we should do to develop agricultural potentials. Mr. Chinedu Okere. Chinedu Okere. Okay, it's not around. Oh, Father, okay, Joffa, please receive my his. You're welcome. The next person is one of us, also one-time Dean of the Faculty of Arts, member of this particular Department of Religion and Human Relations, Professor Cornelius Omike, Prof. Reverend Father Professor Cornelius Omike. Yeah, welcome. Okay. I'm also calling the Reverend Father that gave the citations of Bethlehem. In fact, I wish that he would continue with that type of thing anytime we're having this type of occasion. Father Ojene, please come and collect your honor. Yeah, no, sister, and the next person is Sister Mary Faustina Osuji, the Vicar General of the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Sister. No. Okay. Yes, I think this is done. Well, MC, tell us.
The job of a surgeon, we really don't have time for garnishing thoughts or words. We are to talk about healthy living as how it impacts on empowerment. I'm sure that all of us here will agree with me without equivocation that one who is not healthy cannot be empowered. True or false? You can't be empowered. True or false? So let's talk about how we can go ahead and discuss things on healthy living. Now, I'm going to talk along that. You have a problem. We are talking about this topic along the line that outline has been established right there on that slide. Go back so that you can see it. And then we introduce our topic. Now, we will define what empowerment is. I'd like to start from that bottom up so that we can understand the reason why we must be healthy. Now, going by the words of certain authors, empowerment is defined as the authority or power given to an individual or group of people to perform functions. Let's take it one more time. It is the authority or the power given to a group of persons, to a person or a group of persons to perform function. If you are not enabled, you will not appreciate what authority is. If you are not enabled, you will not have capacity to assimilate and understand. It's actually a method of defining in your mind or redefining or putting in you what we call a value orientation. You stay in a community, if you are up to it, you will know the type of function you can, or what type of participation you can put into that community to make that community grow. That is all about empowerment. You are able to understand the difficulties, you are able to participate in whatever is going to take place in that process of empowerment. Can I go to the next slide? So like I said earlier on, empowerment means authority or power given to an individual or a group of persons to perform a function. It is noted that society that empowers the youth creates a generation of proactive leaders that can address social issues and drive meaningful change. I'm sure everything I've said so far makes sense. Does it not make sense? It makes sense. Yeah. So, now empowerment of the youth leads to the development of a healthy society. Are you following? Yeah. Where the youth are more resistant and better equipped to confront and navigate challenges, which ultimately lead to improved mental health and well-being. We've listened to the founder of GodLight. He said a lot of things. And the lady that spoke to us first harped on education. She harped on education, which is, for me, it's one of the key factors in empowerment. But that is not my area. My area is how you stay alive, how you stay healthy, so that whatever anybody is bringing into your society, you can actually participate, assimilate, and then propel that kind of idea forward. The whole thing is that the essence of this meeting is that everybody who is here, particularly the younger ones, will own the system. Right now, I believe that the youth in this country are like passengers. What do I mean? You don't participate in decision making. You don't participate in any event that is taking place around you. All you do is follow, or ask. So empowerment confers on you strength. It confers great confidence in you. You see, if you have stuff, what do people call stuff in school? Now stuff, okay? You have stuff, and you come into a gathering of people who have stuff. When we speak, you speak. You don't talk rubbish, you talk sense because you have stuff. And that is what empowerment does to you. It gives you that confidence to stand up and be counted. When you have all that, you have control over your life. You have control over your system. When they come with their ideas, you can stand up and say, I beg to differ. And that is what makes you who you are. I beg to differ. You understand? And you differ with reasons. But I now say something. I say that whoever is built for empowerment must be healthy and live a meaningful life to bring forth good reports eventually. That is where I stand, and I'll start my discussion. You must be healthy. You must be healthy. And in order to, next slide, in order to push us forward, let us recall what WHO says health, or how WHO defines it. WHO is World Health Organization. Health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not just the absence of disease or infirmity. Am I clear? That you don't have headache, you don't have typhoid and malaria. I've given away these days, typhoid and malaria. That you don't have typhoid and malaria, quotes, doesn't mean you are healthy. It doesn't mean you are healthy. Healthy living, therefore, requires a balance of responsible and smart health choices. Do you realize that you can decide what happens to you, what happens to your health? If you're a careless human being, you will die carelessly like a cockroach. Because you don't know when to stop. You don't know when to go. You don't know when to control yourself. Let's go to the next slide. Therefore, living a healthy lifestyle as a youth remains vital in ensuring proper physical and mental development, thereby setting the stage for good, healthier future. You will see that everything I'm going to talk about will revolve around three components. Next slide. Yes, components of healthy living. It will revolve around physical health. It will revolve around mental health. It will revolve around social health. We can actually break them down further to give us things like environmental health, financial health, and everything. These are all health. If you don't have, what's that song? That's a health aspect. If you have you know that you're sick. You understand? But I won't go into that. I'll simply stick to these three components of health. That is the physical, the mental, and the social. Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, physical health entails optimal function of all body systems. It entails strong body tissues and organs, as well as freedom from chronic diseases that may be debilitating. I'm sure we all know what debilitating is. You can see I'm not looking at the people on this side. I'm not looking at them, I'm looking at you. You are my children. And that's why I'm talking to you. Because if it's good for you today, it will be good for me tomorrow. In my old age. Abi? You will take care of me, won't you? You have to be healthy to take care of me. Abi? So that's good. Now, so debilitating diseases include diabetes, hypertension, chronic heart diseases, and the one that is very common these days, renal diseases, kidney problems. It is rampant, and it's because of bad choices. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, mental health. A group of persons say that each and every one of us displays 30 seconds of madness. So it's not only the person that is naked or adorned in tattered clothes that is mad. But of course, mental health encompasses more than just onye bottom. You understand? It encompasses your emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It influences cognition, your perception, and your behavior. It plays a crucial role in your daily life when managing stress. engaging with others and contributing to life overall. Managing stress. Some of us don't know how to manage stress. I recall that sometime in the past, I couldn't manage stress. You have a problem. You see, God did not create you so that you don't have problems. God also did not create you to go around and be having problems. But the dynamics of life suggest that sometimes it is positive, other times it is negative. How do you manage the two? How do you balance it out? How do you maintain an equilibrium? That is your mental health. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Thank you very much. So, your growth, your ability to say that this is important, this is not important, makes you stand out. Okay? It also includes emotional stability. Emotional stability. You know, there's something we call EI, just like we have AI. What is EI? Emotional intelligence. It's a big factor now. If you don't have it, you're in trouble. This includes stability of emotion and absence of any mental dysfunction that may lead to inability to cope with environmental challenges. In Nigeria, for instance, we have a lot of environmental challenges. You're driving along the road, the Agodo will accost you. People under the traffic lights will accost you because your front tires will cross the line. They will accost you. If you cannot manage all this, these are environmental challenges that can actually put you to test. What I'm suggesting today before you is that we must accommodate, understand, have that emotional intelligence to say, so that I can overcome this. You must be positive in your outlook. On the other hand, the third component of health is the social health. Your ability to interact effectively with others and maintain stable and positive relationships. Some of us don't know how to stay within a group. Some of us don't know how to stay within a group. Some of us can be described as narcissists. Who is a narcissist? Do you know who a narcissist is? It's homework. It's your homework. You understand? But you know it. A narcissist is only kusino well. A narcissist is one who believes that everything about everything is about him and nobody else. If the discussion goes elsewhere without referring to him, is a no-no. You understand? That person is socially imbalanced. You understand? He will create a lot of problem within the group he resides in. You don't want to be that type of person, isn't it? So you must have a kind of balance so that you can maintain good relationship with other persons. I'm not talking of boy-girl relationship. I'm talking of how do you relate, because empowerment entails that you're not going to be a man or a woman alone. Empowerment entails relating laterally and vertically, isn't it? I am on top of you. If you don't know how to relate to me, you have a social health problem. You understand? And with your friend, with your colleague here, that is what I call a horizontal or lateral relationship. You must relate. And then if you relate and relate very well, you can actually make progress. You understand? You can move from step 1 to step 2. That is the idea. Okay? Or rather the qualities that make for good social health include empathy. I don't know. Sympathy is different from empathy. Sympathy. Oh, sorry, if a man. But empathy is when I translocate myself into you. I occupy your shoes. I feel your pitch. You understand? If you don't feel it, you don't know it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know whether I have it too. Because somebody will not come with a fracture to me and then I will try to stay in the shoe. In funny now. He has trust issue. And you actually extend that to your colleagues, to your friends. At the end of the day, even if they tell you, they greet you good morning in the morning, you look at your time to know whether it's correct. You have trust issues. You understand what I'm saying? So, and you must stay in a community, own the community, and become the owner of that community. In a sense. What it simply means is that you are in that, just like a military man who is on a mission to capture this environment. He fires all his guns and everybody runs away. If he doesn't come in there to occupy that place is still empty. So the whole idea is that fire the place, chase the people away, occupy it, and it becomes yours. And that's what I'm advising you to do this morning. Therefore, good social health augments your physical and mental health. So everything I'm going to be talking about now will be hovering between physical, mental, social. Okay? Good. Now, healthy living. We define healthy living it's all about understanding how the body works and what it needs to stay functionally optimal. That is to be at the peak. What do you do? Okay? Therefore, being healthy is not just about eating and performing exercises. We mentioned nutrition, we mentioned physical activity, we talk about something that may be looked upon as very simple, which is sleep. But sleep, don't joke with your sleep. Never joke with your sleep. And then, of course, your mental health and substance use. That last one is my headache. You understand what I mean by substance use? Do you understand it? Should I explain it? Okay, I shouldn't explain it to you, sister. Good. We talk about, in fact, I am pained. I'm seriously pained because I grew up in this country and I know the values that my parents instilled into my brain, into my person. There are a few things I'll see and I'll be sorely worried. The levity, the freedom that your group, I'm sorry to say your group, but it's your group, the freedom they have with things that are strange hitherto makes me shudder. There is a particular young man by my side where I live. Once it's 8 o'clock in the morning, he will come and stand at a place and he'll be looking at a particular direction. In psychiatry, we call it a state of catatonia. He stands there, he's just moping. I'm sure if you push him, he'll fall down, but everybody knows, what is that? They say he's on Colos, It's Colos. And there are many things like that. Some of them, in fact, I was along this NKPOR road, I went to a supermarket to buy something. And as I was coming out with the grocery that I bought, I saw a man, a young man, hitting his head on a signboard, hitting it continuously. I thought he was coming to attack me. So I stepped back, waiting for him to approach so that I can tear his. He stood there, was hitting his head. So I turned to the storekeeper. I said, I've seen others that pull up. In fact, I saw another one that removed his trousers and took a dive into the gutter. That is the kind of thing I'm seeing these days. So I'm not even engaged that. Please. That is not health. Another one is this Bet Niger. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. You heard the way the founder of GodLight, you heard what You heard what they said. Education. You must determine to develop yourself. But my topic this morning is all about health. Next slide. Now, how do you live healthy? It is known that many factors can affect our health, judging from everything we've discussed so far. Some of these factors are clearly out of our control. I will explain. It is there. I can control my developing hepatitis. I can control it. I can control my exposure to mosquitoes. Can't I? I can. But I cannot control my genetic configuration. What is genetic configuration? What is inside you? What your parents put inside you, I can't control that. You understand? I can't control that. I can't control the fact that I'm a sickler. You understand? I can't control it. And certain things that occur to you as you progress in your age, I can't control. You understand? But we can make certain changes in our lifestyle. We can take steps to attain that healthy living. We can help to reduce the risk. Yes, things like heart disease. We'll get there. Heart disease is cancer, stroke, and other. So you can do certain things. You see groundnuts? Groundnuts. Be very careful. Especially those ones that they store in bottles. Do you know the reason why? It conveys a particular type of carcinogen, cancer factor. We call it aflatoxin B. If you are added, if you're so, if you are good to eat groundnuts, be careful. You see, because little drops of water make so healthy living, we indulge in balanced diets, a balanced diet rich in wholesome food. Now, the man that talked, Mr. Chinedu Okere, said something here, and which is what I'm going to leave with you in terms of diet. Be organic in your diet. What do I mean by organic? Natural, isn't it? Yes. In my compound, I have a lot of banana plants, and I harvest banana all the time. Do you want to come? Oh, fuck, I harvest it, I eat it right from that place. I eat plantain. In fact, the latest one that is exciting me is that I simply wake up in the morning, I stretch, I look at my fridge, I have egg, I look out, I have tomatoes, and I just go down there and pluck. But there is something else. You understand? There's something else. We have to be careful how we plant things. I plant my own things that I eat. Do I look fresh? Yes. Okay, so we have to be on the ground. What I mean by on the ground, stay close to the soil. Stay close to the soil. All these Mr. Biggs, chicken pre-pre. You heard what Dr. Okere, Mr. Okere said. He said, those chicken you go to, I don't want to call their names, to go and eat. Did he tell you how they grow? In fact, the one that bothers me is even the eggs that we eat these days. How can a hen go and lay egg without the male participating? Because poultry farmers, I don't know whether I'm saying the right thing. I'm worried. I'm really worried. The way eggs are produced, how do they do it? They inject hormones in them. I'm really worried. Every day I look at egg, I want to run away from egg. Maybe we should go and be buying Okubu. I think we should go back to that place. It's time for us to retrace our steps. So, We eat balanced diet, which is rich. We ensure sufficient quality sleep. What is quality sleep? What is quality sleep? In the social media, on Instagram, on WhatsApp, on TikTok, you will stay there till 2 a.m. in the morning and then you sleep. Wake up by 5 o'clock. You're killing yourselves. You are killing yourself, isn't it? And these phones are very, very wonderful that you can actually tell the phone, once it's 9 o'clock in the night, knock me off, and the phone will obey you. Who does that here? If you don't do it, go and start practicing it. So that you can, if you don't get up to 7 to 9 hours sleep overnight, you are not doing well. You're not doing well. Okay? So we engage in regular physical activity, not just to sit down and be moping and be eating. You don't sleep. You don't do any exercise. Can we have one house? Now, something as simple as drinking water. How many? They give us water here. Have you taken yours? Then Arabia for me. Well, what I'm trying to point out is that you should bother to drink water all the time so that you remain fresh. And then, and we'll even call Afro Mwoka ANAMBRA. Do you know what is Afro Mwoka ANAMBRA? Unamaro. Can't you tell anyone whenever? I don't know what people do with that too. When your tummy comes to the front like you're 9 months pregnant. That is not health. That is not healthy. There's something I like to leave with you now. There's what I call a mid-girth fat. Mid-girth fat. That is fat around your abdomen. It is very close to your heart. And this is where your heart is. A little thing, it will just go in there. Doctors will speak English. Fat embolism. Long and short of it is in 1 hour. What's wrong with this? Yeah. So, maintain a healthy weight. Avoid smoking. Limit your alcohol. You can see that I haven't said stop alcohol. I'm very funny. I haven't said stop alcohol because I drink alcohol. But I said limit alcohol. Particularly for you younger ones, younger brains. Okay? Nurture social relationship. Schedule regular health checkups with your doctor, with me, so that you come and pay me and I treat you. Why are they laughing? See, I bring this one out. Maybe later on we'll talk about it too. People talk about the fact that healthcare is becoming a costly venture. And I agree. It is a costly venture. But you see, every government in Nigeria, starting from the federal government, is putting up systems to make it easier for you to achieve health. How many of you are on NHIS here? You don't know school. You don't know what NHIS is? It's NHIA, National Health Insurance Agency. How many of you are on Asia? You're all in school, aren't you? Asia. How many persons are there? Yes, thank you very much. You see, if you are not there, let me tell you the reason why you should be there. They take away the burden of what I call out-of-pocket expenses. You can imagine you have spent all your money over the weekend, and Sunday night for the parents, your son or your daughter or your pikin or your wife begins to act up, and you see that you must go to the hospital, but there's no shishi in your pocket. You will first and foremost die of anxiety. You won't know who you are treating, whether it's your child that is sick, or your relative that is sick, or yourself, because anxiety will consume you. But if you join these NHI or these health insurance agencies that I've mentioned right now, there are many of them. What do? You begin at the end of the year, drop small money for them. They pull all the money that you dropped, so that even if a fly crosses your eye like this and you don't like that the fly crossed your eye, you go to the hospital, they won't charge you cover. They will not charge you. Even if they write all the drugs, we are quite stingy with those drugs because we know that some of the drugs we write for people go to wrong hands. So we write only drugs that you need. If the drug will cost you 1,000 naira after calculation, they ask you to give us 10%. What is 10% of 1,000? 100 naira, isn't it? We can all afford it, can't we? So the only money you spend is the first one you spend. So that's why I said, take it, dwell on it. Instead of Coke, drink water. If you don't know how to drink your water, if your water becomes cumbersome for you to drink, spice it with lemon. You understand? It will give it a kind of taste that will make you want to consume. That's what it does to me. I don't know about you, but it actually helps me. Because if you look at the lemon you're putting there, lemon is vitamin C, isn't it? So that's what, drink a lot throughout the day. Next slide, please. Be moderate. I said, from the ANAMBRA. Will you go? Coke, you will. Beer. You see, you must choose, and you must know the quantity you are eating. The body is very funny. The body is very funny, and it is trainable. It is trainable. Why do I say that? If you decide today that the yam you want to eat is only one slice you want to eat at any given time, you eat that one slice today. Tomorrow you eat that one slice. Your body gets used to it. But what does it do to you overall? It reduces the amount of starch that you get. Meanwhile, your body is still healthy because it's getting enough calorie. You augment with things like fruits and everything, you'll be satiated. But if you choose that, because now from rate I want to eat so that I go belly full. Like if you go to store, you buy belly full. Indomie, how do they call it? Hungry man, Hungry man pack. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not going to help you. Okay? So please be moderate. Watch your portions. Be mindful of the calorie intake to maintain a healthy body weight. Next slide, please. Now, I told you I've been revolving around how do you maintain your physical health? You can follow me. You get regular exercises. Okay? Aim for daily physical activities to strengthen your muscles, boost endurance, and relieve stress. Who exercises in the morning? Every morning. I do it. Who else does it? You do. How come you have long fingers? You're going to pay me. Get up in the morning. Get up in the morning. Say your rosaries. While you're saying your rosaries, move your body. There's no bed here. I would have laid down to tell you what I do. But if you come up in the morning, before you step out of your house, you wind your shoulder like that. You watch the way you behave that very day. Your brain is smarter. What does it do? It actually pumps the blood. It makes your blood vessels to dilate, open, and push blood. And if you don't have blood in certain parts of your body, that part of the body will protest. And if it protests, it becomes a problem for you. Just do it. Try it tomorrow. I'll give you my phone number so that you call me and tell me how you feel. Just even moving your neck round. Do it. Take my phone number. Report back to me. Okay, so that is good. I have said it several times. Enough sleep. Maintain healthy weight. Achieve. Okay, next slide, please. Now, mental and social well-being. You have to learn to manage your stress. I don't know how else to say it. But sometimes, people practice how to manage stress in groups. Group therapy. You understand? That is, if you cannot do it alone, look for partners to help you do it. Build good social connections. Spend time with positive people who share your interests. Spend time with positive people. There are persons around us who simply emit negative energy. Very negative. If you bring up a sentence, it won't work. You bring up Mpano, even a melody you say this one, stay away from such persons because I call them Mr. and Mrs. Glum. They don't ever move forward. And because they don't move forward, they want to drag you to their level. Don't go there. Okay? What do you do at your spare time? I know that what has occupied us is social media. But actually, your Mobile phone, your smartphone can be a lot more useful than just watching the people twerking and doing all manner of things. You understand? Run away from all these areas. There are things you can do. Like what Mr. Okere was saying today. I have seen all those things on social media. How to even grow mango tree. And they will stay like this and be fruiting for me. I want to practice all those things. Those are things you can get on social, and even mentioned it. So go to such sites and educate yourselves. Okay, next one. Okay, avoid harmful habits. Quit smoking. Limit alcohol. Next one. Now, preventive care. I've told you one thing to do. Okay, that is relate to a hospital. Relate to a clinic. You get why? I went into a pharmacy store. I am hypertensive, but well controlled. I went into that store. I wanted a drug called atenolol. I take 50 milligrams of atenolol daily. I went there, they did not have 50 milligrams, they had 100 milligrams. I said, is the 100 milligrams scored? Scoring a drug is, if you bring the tablet, there's a line in between. If you cut the tablet into two, it's equal half. If it is 200, one half is 100, the other one is. So I wanted that. First and foremost, it will be cheaper for me. You understand? Because if I buy a packet, it will last me for 2 months. You understand? So I said, can you give me atenolol 100? Is this scored? He said, no, I carry a line. I said, okay, so you don't have it. He said, no, now. He didn't know that I was a doctor then. He said, okay, take one now. 2 days later, take another. So I said, do you know who is standing before you? So another person came there and said, he's a doctor. Do you know what the girl did? He ran into the inner room. Because I said, go and bring her out. They brought her out. I said, this is how you deceive people. This is how you tell people, you misinform people, you misguide them. At the end of the day, they are taking poison. They are consuming poison. That's why I said, relate to a hospital. The worst hospital may be better than a flashy pharmacy because they are not trained in therapeutics. Due apologies. They don't know why I combine drugs. You understand? Please, tie a card to that, take it to the bank. Don't make mistakes. Okay? Next slide. Now, what are the benefits of healthy living? Healthy living is important because it reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Can you tie this to the statements I've been making all this while? Can you tie the statements? Okay? Look at it very well. Healthy living is important because it reduces the risk of chronic diseases. Okay? If you don't go around consuming Mr. Big, consuming Chicken Republic, okay? All those things, plenty of bad fats. Thank you. You understand? When you do that, you are preparing yourself for something in future, which may not be good. Am I clear? So that's why I said the benefits of healthy living is important because it reduces the risk of chronic diseases. There's a type of your energy level while enhancing overall quality of life and longevity. See, in the father and the sister, when they say in the Bible that we should live 120 years. It's true, right? So I am praying that all of us will live 120 years. I have a friend of mine that says that if you die before 120 years, but what is if I tell you my age now, you will marvel. Okay, I will tell you when I go out. But what I'm telling you is this. what I'm telling you is this. Sometimes when you put your age, the man by the side will say it's a lie. Why? Why? Sometimes it's genetic. Most other times, it is because of the way you live. Exactly. Lifestyle. You understand? If you have a poor lifestyle, be ready. With due apologies to those concerned. Sometimes if I see my age mates in certain arena, I'll quickly go to the mirror and look at my face. So I'll say, why am I not like this? Well, I don't know. I thank God. Thank God for me now. Okay. So it increases your energy level by incorporating consistent, healthy habits such as balanced diet, regular exercise, and stress management. Persons can achieve better physical and mental well-being. Okay? And feel more in control of their lives. Next slide. Overall quality of life is improved along this line. Longer lifespan. I'm interested in longer lifespan. There is something that will be said continuously or continually that in Africa, the average 48 years. But when I look around in my hometown, I see an obituary that said 93, 95, 99.9. My hopes are high. I don't want to die young. Next one. So to build health habits, plan. You should plan very well. Okay? You have to, based on what I've told you right now, identify unhealthy patterns. Know the signs that are showing you that something is about to go wrong with you. Change your surroundings. If you stay in a place where people smoke a lot, leave that place. If you have a lot of friends who are smokers, depart from them. Okay? Ask for support. I am a doctor. If you see me along the road, I have so and so. If you tell me, if my mood is right, and I'm not looking for money, I will tell you what's wrong with you. But if not me, ask somebody else. Okay? And then please, fill your time with healthy activity. Next slide, please. Okay? So we continue along that line. While you do that, you should also be monitoring yourself, evaluating to know whether you're doing the right thing. If you say you are watching your weight and every day you keep growing fat, you are not watching your weight very well. Okay? So imagine what your life will be in future and then reward yourself. Not like Mr. Balogun. Mr. Balogun was drinking a lot and people complained. He said, this day I will not drink. So he passed the front of the bar where he would usually go and drink. And then he did not drink. He got back to his house and said, "Kai, now me, old Balogun, not drink. I must celebrate it." He went back to that bar. So be patient with yourself. If you don't achieve it now, persist. It is persistence and consistency that actually matters. Next slide. Of empowerment. Empowerment is not my topic. Okay? Empowerment of the youth engenders healthy society, healthy living as a key component. Healthy living is a key component of empowerment. A healthy youth will easily understand the strategies deployed during empowerment programs like they are doing right now. They've told you a lot of things. Then, by taking charge of the healthy and educated youth population, the healthy and educated youth population can deploy available tools to achieve their goals. Like my name is Madonna. It has not changed so far, and I work for myself, but I'm in Immaculate Heart Hospital.
What's the term cognitive function? What's the term cognitive function? You talked about trust issues, but what if the person?
Continue.
What if the person is being cautious about people who have always been bad and always, let's say, their reaction towards the person have always been horrible? What if the person is now, like you said, the person now tells you after being horrible to you that today is afternoon, that this is afternoon? Won't you go back to your time and check? Is it really afternoon? What if is it also because of trust issues? Then my second question question. You said we should not joke with our sleep. But what if the person has insomnia or sleep apnea and takes pills? Like you talked of substance use. What if the person now takes pills which also normally work for them until they overdose it? What should that person do? Like what steps should that person take?
Concerning sleep, with the stress going on, especially as a student, trying to keep up with the student life and education, and also fending for other things concerning life. Sometimes getting enough hours of sleep can be a trouble to most students. So what do you suggest we should do as students?
Sitting at a place for a long time.
And we are students and we don't know how to manage to be able to enjoy ourselves. How can we go about it?
Find a job of 50 milligram and what they have was 100. And as a nurse, you're not supposed to give over or under. And you were like if you buy that 100 meals, like to last longer for you and it's more cheaper. So what will you do?
So I want to emphasize, why did our brain need to be hydrated by studying?
Explain that World Health Organization describes health or being healthy as general health, as being physically, socially, and mentally healthy. So for someone who is physically healthy and socially healthy and then has a certain amount of stress or anxiety, how do you describe a person? Is it as a partially healthy person or someone who is still fully healthy?
Pregnant. Have I made sense? Is that you are sick or you there is no woman that is partially pregnant. Once you're pregnant. I have said WHO, what's WHO? Complete physical, mental, social health. Okay? Not just absence of diseases or infirmity. So one without the other will not do. So if you have that kind of problem, go and seek solution. Am I clear? Thank you very much. Now let's go to hydration. If you see the body organs and the body tissues, they perform their functions because whatever nutrient you eat is conveyed from one point to the other. Am I making sense? The brain inclusive. You understand? That is why the blood, in fact, if you take the body content of water, you will say that the content of water in the body is almost 70%. You get what I'm saying? So what is the essence? The essence is that anything you eat will go from one corner to the other. Imagine you eat all the food in the water and you don't drink water. The thing will just concentrate on the particular, you won't get the value of the food you've eaten. So extrapolate that to the brain. If the brain is dehydrated, it means that oxygen is not getting to the brain. You understand? And the brain is very sensitive to oxygen lack. Once there's oxygen lack, there's a pump up of carbon dioxide and you just fall down Yakata. You understand? If you want to see, go to the military barracks where they're doing their morning drills. If you see a soldier suddenly on the parade ground falls down, know that all the blood in his body has been collected in his legs. You understand? You ask me for that next time, but you didn't remember that. Ask me next time. Okay? So if the brain is drained of blood, oxygen is lost, the next thing you see the patient will go. So the brain does not tolerate lack of oxygen. Now, let me explain what I meant by dosing. I tried to explain that certain tablets are scored. Take paracetamol for instance. Take a tablet of paracetamol, you see a line drawn in the center. What that means to a large extent is that if you break that paracetamol tablet, each paracetamol tablet is 500 milligrams. So if you crack it along that line, one half is 250, the other one is 250. That's what it means. If you don't have the exact dose, and you do not also have the ability, the means of cracking that drug, don't give. I don't know whether I'm making sense to you. Don't give. Tell the tell the patient that you don't have it, it is OS, so that you can manage it. Am I making sense? You are not looking at me. I like to have eye contact. Have I made sense? Okay. Now, about health insurance. When we started health insurance 2006, I have been somebody very much interested in health insurance because I've always realized that as the days go by, health care, achieving health care will continue to spiral upwards. Whether we like it or not, it's not within our powers, because the cost of things that we need will continue to spiral upwards, not spiraling downwards. You understand? So how do we do it? Does it mean that somebody who does not have money will die of? That's why the health insurance came up. Health insurance is all about each and every one of us pays small money to the pool, because we agree that at any given time, if there are 100 of us here, probably you won't have more than 20% of us attending clinic the whole year. What that simply means is that you have a pool of money to pay the doctor at what they call an actual rate. You understand? You pay the doctor at an agreed rate to take care of somebody using the money drawn from the pool. Sister, am I making sense? So now, take it further. Virtually every state in this country, after the establishment of NHIS in 2006, I was part of it. After the establishment, every state now started creating their own health insurance agency. In ANAMBRA there, it is Asia. 12,500, go and pay them, and you'll be covered for the whole year. Of course, they have exemptions. They have certain diseases that they may not treat. But the point is that you have ability, you have the opportunity of going into a hospital to get a diagnosis. Getting a diagnosis is actually 50% solution to your problem. Not malaria and typhoid. Malaria and typhoid is I don't know who told them. People will say he got the idea from a madman. Please don't play with malaria and typhoid. That's how they conceal cancer of the stomach. I've had many of them like that. So please, so how to join it? Like I've told you Asia now, okay? I know that the hospital here is a reverend sister with it. Go to them, they will tell you how to do it if you're not already there. But for those who don't know, you can actually approach the health insurance agency and they will register you. I know that as at yesterday, it's 12,500 for the whole city. And that is not a very good idea. Long sitting, okay? You can't be an executive director, managing director, and be damaging your life. Even the body, if you sit on a chair, the maximum length of time you can sit on a chair without moving is usually put at 2 hours, but it's usually less than that. You start moving around. You understand? So what you say, like people who work on systems like this, don't stay there continuously for more than 1 hour. Get up and stretch. Get up and stretch. Or else you will start pulling blood. If you are in an age like mine, you start clotting blood in the system, and before you tell Sister Emilia, hey, get me. Then will just stop, boom, and you will go to somewhere else, like the brain, like the kidney, like the heart, and it will go and lodge there, and they will say sudden death. Okay? So sitting for a long time, don't sit for a long time. Okay? That's why in your classrooms, your lectures last for 30 to 45 minutes, have you? You think they decrease? Found my all did them head. So that they don't keep you there and you stay down there and clot in your system. So I've answered that question. Sleep issues. Look, they say that the exigencies of the moment dictates your line of action. I agree. I know that certain situations you cannot manage or you can't help. But keep it at the back of your mind that sleep is very important. Now, if you have to grow to a level where you have to take drugs to sleep, you already You're on a long thing. You understand what I'm saying? You don't enter one chance bus. Are you listening to me? I don't know who asked me that question. Using drugs to sleep, and then the government has made it difficult for you to easily get drugs to sleep. So if you get drugs to sleep, it means that you are doing something that is not good. You cannot get Lexotan from the shop unless I write it for you and sign my name. So if you have a way of getting Lexotan, you are abusing drug. Is she there? They don't use normal drug. Get up. Who asked me that question? Don't go to the store to buy any pharmacy. What is repute will not give you. They have classified all those drugs already. So anybody taking such drugs right now to sleep is probably an addict or dependent. Bonvita. I make Bonvita. I drink my Bonvita and I sleep. You understand? And then plan your life. I said it, planning. You have to plan. If you know that you have enough to read in the afternoon and sleep in the night. You can wake up early the next morning every day. That's what you are paid to do. When your daddy gives you pocket money, he pays you so that you can go and be reading. Is it a lie? So don't come and tell me that you don't sleep, but try your best. Trust issues. Trust issues.
Mike.
Yeah, trust issues. I don't have any other way of saying it. You must, I told you that, run away from toxic friends. Do you know what is toxic for you and who is not good for you? If you keep pretending, one will probably die of pretense. Cognitive tendencies, your ability to discern left from right. Obi is a man. Rebecca is a woman. This one is good, this one is not, is bad. You understand? 1 + 1 is 2. That's your ability to recognize things.
Now, you also answer your name when you are called.
Come to your Chukwu Samuel Ezu.
Now you're that the one side, on the top. And then what about you? This way.
Up here, John. Ọdụnukwu efefe a Chinyere. Ọdụnukwu efefe a Chinyere.
Answer when you are here.
Ọdụnukwu Felicita.
This way.
Jessica Chinera. Honora Chinera.
Write your name and number.
Chinyere Victoria. Iron. Chinyere Victoria. Iron. Okoro Chinaza. Maria Faustina. Onyinyerusi. ụmụ ọ ga-eji eze Chukwu na-azọ Gabriel Chukwu na-azọ Gabriel ihe na-achọ Nelson Osinachi Ijeọma Emebisobi Ewo mmadụ Lucy Ọlọchukwu
Hey, go back.
Lucy Chidimma Nneamaka Lucy Chidimma Chigozie Raphael Ibekwe Ọkọchukwu Augustina Ọkafọ Ụbaka mma fepụ Ịfụnanya Ịfụnanya Miracle Mmadụ Ịfụnanya Miracle Mmadụ
Don't bring your head. You are not small like this.
Ugochukwu
Make
Chidimma
sure
Angel Lucy Ugochukwu Chidimma Angel Nnarị Chidubem Franklin Nnarị Chidubem Franklin Nnarị Ụzọchukwu Pascal Nnarị Ụzọchukwu Pascal Ajé Olisaemeka Victor Ebilimma Asọmtochukwu Victor Okeke Fortunatus Chukwuemeka Edo Nnukwu Ịfụnanya Metụ Chinemere Miriam Ibekwe Pascal Ugochukwu Ọhachụ Chinemere Augustina Emenike Joyce Chiamaka Chika Augustina Onyehara Igwe Priska Chinyere Jessica and Gift come. Ostadema Gregory Okafu Oroke Ọdịnaka Gabriel Ogbonna ya ezi nwanne Ezinza Chinemere Abekwe Anụmsieta Nsọpụrụchukwu Ọkwọ Asọkwa Asọmụghachi Emelie Chukwuemeka Ofor. I think I've called his name. Ifechukwu Emenuzewi. Okuchi Ofoga. Okuchi Ofoga.
Okuchi.
Igwe Kasarachi. Igwe Kasarachi.
Register your
Asamuachi Ebedia.
You're supposed to be online. Stay.
For this kind of occasion, you rarely see a motivational event in our time now, where people come and hopes are raised. In Nigeria is rare. What we see around us is all hopelessness everywhere. But today we have a reason to thank God. So I want to specifically thank Dr. Barthelemy. I hope I pronounce his Barthelemy, his name very well. He's a God sent to Nigeria. And of all things, he's chose Nigeria. We are grateful to them for choosing us. Because we have our own peculiarities that have become global. So we thank them so much for doing this. I want to also bring my special thanks to our ambassador, Sister Emilia Abokwe. Honestly speaking, she's one of the rare kind. Her sincerity of purpose is endearing. I have to work with her in one of the units in the department where I chair the hostel unit. She used to be the student affairs unit. Her sincerity of purpose, her openness and everything, her organization is something that is rare. We want to thank God for her life, for bringing this home. And most especially incorporating the holistic aspect of it, bringing in her no-chips, the market tax systems. They are everywhere here. It's not just something, an individual thing. She made it a religious thing. And we thank God for her life. I bring you greetings from Chukwuemeka Odubegwu University, the COOU, where we are servants. Our VC, Professor Kate Azuke Omenora, is the first female Vice Chancellor of that great institution. And you know, when the righteous is on the throne, what happens? People rejoice. The first time a woman is enthroned, I know when we had issues with her enthronement, they said, I said, well, I don't know anything, but one thing I know is that Kita, I want chicken, it will look like. And it's been going so well. And she came with the 3V mantra of her: values, visibility, viability, and visibility. What does this mantra mean? Values. She believes so much in values that as you are here, you have been empowered. It is values that will enable you to put what you have gained into the right use. If you have the right values, ordinarily you just waste it. But I pray that you will inculcate the values you have learned and put it to great use, so that your families will have positive things to say about GodLight. The viability there is that whatever you lay your hands on, everything we do will prosper, will be viable, and will be seen everywhere in the globe. Who knows? Today, one of you will stand to testify about how GodLight positioned you for greatness, and I hope it will happen someday. And I want to thank everybody that came here for this particular occasion. I'm very, very happy. I'm so excited. I was sitting down there, and didn't want to go. I want to thank every one of you. And for other KOU staff here, I can see Reverend Sister Felicia. I worked with her during the Kenyan Kiambogo conference. She's full of so much energy. And Prof, thank you. Father, Adomike, thank you people so much for flagging the flag of KOU. Our flag is always flown at a very high mark everywhere we go. Thank you, recipients. Thank you, GodLight. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all.
My name is Choma Ikweme Stella Maris, and I happen to be one of those who have benefited from this, or who are willing or aspiring to benefit from this wonderful program. I thank the founder of this wonderful program, GodLight Foundation, and I'm aspiring to be one who would, not only benefit but be able to give back to the community and embody all the qualities that this wonderful community emulates or gives out. We also want to plead with the founder that we, the students, will try our possible best to do well academically, and whenever we mention that we were beneficiaries of this program, we won't only say it, but it will also be visible in our academic performance and excellence. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Omasi Bechi Rotisu, and on behalf of the participants here, we say a very hearty thank you to the Executive Director, Dr. Bat Batlemi, the CEO and President, Dr. Kerry Williams Batlemi, and also the Vice President, Pat, and also the Vice President of this GodLight Foundation. We thank you for all that you do. We thank you for all you do in the lives of young aspiring minds like we, the Nigerian youths. And we say God bless you. May He keep on endowing His graces upon your endeavors in making Nigeria a better place by empowering its youths. Also, we would also hope that you consider the scholarships, the mentorships, and the grants, which we would deeply appreciate, seeing as it has a great impact on the life of these young aspiring youths of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm highly grateful, I'm highly elated of this program, GodLight Empowerment. I just want to thank the director, Dr. Batlemi, and Ambassador, Reverend Dr. Sister Emilia Buerbe. So I'm urging you all, the participants here, to practice it, not only practice it, because making it a perfection will make us be procrastinated, and also look for progress on this program that enlightens us. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Say greetings to everyone. First of all, I would like to say greetings to everyone who is inside this hall. Actually, it's really been a great privilege being in this hall, listening to everyone who has spoken to each and every one of us. So, I would first of all like to thank our Reverend Sister Mary Emilia, so for giving us, the Nigerian students, this great opportunity to be here, and to also be able to invite all these highly distinguished guests to speak to each and every one of us. I'm highly grateful to you. And then I also thank each and every one of us who have spoken to us today, who have taken their time to be here, who have left their offices from one place to the other to come here to speak to each and every one of us. I'm really grateful. And then I also thank Dr. Batlemi, who brought this empowerment scheme from his country down to Nigeria. We are highly grateful, and we are saying thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. And we're going to make sure that we utilize this opportunity, which you have seen in us. We will not disappoint each and every one of you. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, I think I'm on. Okay, thank you. Before I say thank you from all of us, I want to say you're welcome, because there have been so many wonderful thank yous offered by the organizers and the students, and you are certainly welcome. We are going to continue to work in Nigeria. We'll have more workshops. We will have more connections with GodLight Nigeria. And I do want to say a special thank you to Sister Mary Amelia and Onika, who we talk to every week and who have put a tremendous amount of work into this. It clearly shows there's a lot of light shining from Nigeria right now, from ANAMBRA to the whole world, and that is wonderful, and I'm sure God is reciprocating by shining more light on you. We really hope that this has helped with empowering the youth. The scholarships will be more specifically helpful to those who receive it, and we will continue to promote scholarships as well. So, in closing, it has been wonderful. Thank you for this beautiful day, the wonderful conference workshop, and all of the participation by the Nigerian youth. So with that, we will shine our light upon you. Your light, be the light, see the light, and spread the light and love throughout the world. Amen.
Amen. We will surely shine the light. Let's clap for our founder, please.
Light prayer. Our God, thank you for your light. The light of Jesus Christ, the light of love, the light of the world. Help us absorb your light, reflect your light, understand your light, see your light. Be your light and spread your love and light through the world. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Holy Spirit.